Will a guy like Mamdani hurt the Democratic Party, or is he the change that they need to take back the House? Here now, NewsNation political contributor Chris Hahn, host of the Aggressive Progressive podcast. So many have described this as a shocker, Chris. Were you surprised with Mamdani's win?
I was not shocked. I thought he ran an excellent campaign, very grassroots oriented. I thought his commercials and his ads on the internet were right on point, frankly. They were youthful, they were energetic, and they were focused on affordability. In fact, I would compare his campaign to Donald Trump's campaign for president. I would compare Cuomo's campaign to Vice President Harris. I mean, Cuomo was running a Rose Garden campaign. He didn't have a Rose Garden. He wasn't out there meeting with voters, meeting with the press. Mamdani was taking on all comers. He was seeing everything going on. Just like Harris, I mean, I felt that Cuomo had, and I thought that the focus on affordability and prices was very similar to what got the squishy middle to move towards Trump during the 2024 campaign. And I get it. He's got the Democratic Socialist label, and that's scary, particularly to Democrats in the suburbs. But I think in New York City, where prices are out of control, people were willing to take a chance on a guy who's 33 years old, which to me seems very young at this point, even though I was 32 running a county, Nassau County back in the day, which was probably too young then as well.
So Mamdani told Politico, Chris, that the takeaway here is it's the economy's stupid. That clearly resonated, but he had a lot of help in this race, some outside influence, AOC's influence here. She is one of the most vocal Trump critics. How do you think that played into his win?
I think it played in well. I think he had a lot of help from AOC. I would also think he had a lot of help from the GOP, who wanted to see him out there because he makes the perfect bogeyman for them. If not in the New York City election, in other elections around the country, I think they'd love to have it. But I would also not count out my former WABC radio partner, Curtis Sliwa. People tend to count him out. He's been around New York City forever. He's a well-known brand. And I think that he's smarter than people give him credit for. So I expect there to be a real race, especially given the fact that incumbent Mayor Eric Adams is still in. New York City's far from over. They have elected Republican mayors in New York City as recently as, 12 years ago. So why we think Mamdani is going to run away with it, I don't know, especially given it's a three-man race and three men who are going to be very well known.
Would you put money on Cuomo running as an independent?
No, I would not.
Why?
I would not put money on Cuomo staying in this race. I think that Cuomo heard loud and clear from the voters where they felt, and I don't think Cuomo wants to be a spoiler. I don't think Cuomo thinks he can win. I don't think he can win. I think Cuomo entering the race makes it more likely that the Republicans win in New York City, and I don't think that Andrew Cuomo wants to do that.
And bigger picture, Chris, right? We play that game a lot. This could be about more than New York, right? Watching what happens here as we head into midterms, right? The next presidential election. There's a lot of factors at play. Politicians are calculating every single move. What do you think stands out most given the outcome so far and what could happen?
Well, I think that politicians need to understand they need to be everywhere all the time, every kind of medium. They need to be out meeting with voters, talking to the press, talking to the new press, the new media. I think that Andrew Cuomo ran a very traditional campaign and Mamdani did not. And the non-traditional campaign won. And affordability is going to be the top of mind issue for voters, not just this year, but in 2026. And I think Democrats and Republicans who are seeking re-election need to heed that and need to understand that this is what voters want to hear.
Omnipresent. That's the name of the game. All right, Chris, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.